All right, so let's take a look at a game that is had a lot of line movement here over the last 48 hours. This Broncos and Ravens game. This was as high as 10, all the way down to 8, and now back up to 9.5. As we sit right now in favor of the Ravens at home, 46.5 is our total. There was 2 DNPs in a row for Lamar Jackson. He does get back out to practice today for the Ravens, so we see this thing bounce all the way back to 9.5 here, Mo. I'll admit, I mean, I gambled. I played some of the 9.5 yesterday on the 2 DNPs with it being a back and a knee injury listed for Lamar. Look, we're betting, we're gambling. So I thought that there was, at least a minimal chance that there could be some sort of nonsense going on with him. Doesn't look like that's the case. I don't hate it as it is right now. I certainly wouldn't have put it in had Lamar been 100% healthy. So kind of is what it is. There's still, look, Denver defense is still pretty good. Should make it at least a little bit tough on the Ravens. And I guess if Lamar is at least somewhat compromised, I mean, it was 2 DNPs, right? So if he's at least somewhat compromised, then maybe that works in my favor. But like I said, I put it in on a gamble and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, I don't really like that side very much. I mean, like my raw number for this game would make me think that Broncos are the side, but then I just start to think about Bo Nix on the road, possibly playing from behind in a really tough environment. I cannot back Bo Nix in Baltimore. I just can't do it. Aren't the Ravens just like a better version of the Chargers? They're going to pound the rock and win up front. So that makes me terrified because I watched some of that. I had Broncos in that game +3 against Chargers, and they got destroyed by the Chargers. And I just don't want to sell the Ravens basically off a game where a little bit of bad luck in the sense of, dropped some picks against Jameis Winston. And then also I think getting their corners back is big. I know this pass defense has sucked at times, but the corners return to practice here, and I just don't, even if they've been like meh at times, even when healthy, I just don't know how Denver takes advantage.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's like I said, I was gambling that maybe Lamar wasn't, going to play, or at least was going to be like super questionable heading into the game. It ended up not being the case. The problem is like I said, you go after Baltimore through the air. Now we're asking Bo Nix to go after someone through the air. That's really not the best formula here for this Denver team. My only hope now on this bet is just that this defense is enough to keep it within somewhat striking distance, and then maybe some sort of garbage time deal at the end gets me inside of double digits. But that's kind of really all I'm looking for here at this point.
Yeah, to be clear, not saying I would play the Ravens at all. I think if you want to bet Broncos, if there's people out there that are liking the Broncos, I honestly think parlaying with the under is probably good there. I do not see how they can win or cover if this gets to be a high scoring game.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. What do we think at all? Like, do you make anything of this Lamar thing? Because I mean, I've seen some people go, okay, well then this is, it's just a big nothing burger. And then I'm kind of like, well, I don't know. Harbaugh did have to lie about it, which I thought was odd because he's like, yeah, it's just a rest day. But then he had to put the back and knee on there, and then he DNPs again on Thursday with the back and the knee. So I don't know. I can't decide whether it's a nothing burger or if there's something to this.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I did not even look into that after I initially saw the DNP because I just assumed it was veteran rest. So I just never even followed up on that because I just figured I didn't see anything last week about him being hurt. So I just assumed it was veteran rest.
Yeah, interesting. Nonetheless, like maybe this is like maybe it's a live betting type situation too. I know people love it when you say, "Oh, hey, by the way, listen to the podcast on Friday and then remember to live bet something on Sunday." I know, like, it sucks, but still, the point being, if you see Lamar does look at least a little hobbled or something, then maybe there's something there from a live betting perspective.